Hey, what's up, Scape? Just an update on this tank before I do a little bit of trimming, because obviously this thing is growing insane. Have massive overgrowth of almost everything within just a few weeks, and then this tank is only maybe 2 months old at the most, maybe 3 months old. Got the monster Aponogeton plant that goes across the whole thing, almost 4 feet long. I have a flower here from the Aponogeton that's planted in that corner, well over 4 feet long. Let my dwarf lily have one lily pad. I didn't want it to go crazy. I've just been trimming it, not letting it get too many lily pads, and so one I think looks nice. Same thing with the banana plant. Let it get one lily floater, and I'll trim that one, but that goes all the way back down behind here. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a pretty massive banana plant. That leaf alone is one of the biggest leaves I think I've ever seen. It's about the size of my palm. It only has 2 submerged leaves, but they cut back some of this red, replant it because I like it so much, and cut back just, well, obviously everything needs to be cut back. These Flixia japonica are way overdue for a trimming and a replanting or giveaway, and just mostly darkness back there where they've got a somewhat of a really big sword plant that Corey gave me. Terrible reflection off this tank. Be nice if it was a high clarity, just normal. Kind of an overview. Fish swimming around. Got a bunch of fish in there. They don't seem to be messing up my plants. Got a couple horned nearlight snails yesterday. Cleaned up the place. I kill fish, one of my favorite fish of all time. Very, very friendly fish, or just aggressive, I guess. My other Aponogeton that I keep trimmed down small, but it's real hard to keep these down because they get big really quick. Bamboo shrimp always hanging out back here. One of my all-time favorite shrimps, because fish don't bother him because he's so big. The back side of the tank, kind of get a better view. It's just completely shaded back here now, whereas it used to be bright. Really need to take some of those Aponogeton leaves off. Some of them are well over 3 feet long. Not quite sure why or how that willow moss got back there. Flame moss, willow on the front. I only wanted flame on this spire here, but I'm not exactly sure what it's doing back there. It must have just come off and floated away. As far as fish go, everyone's kind of being a little shy. One golden ram. A couple of these apple snails. They do work. Billstream loach. I have a bunch of wild bluegill. One of the bigger ones back there. They were all very tiny when I put them in there. Within just a few weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so, they've like quadrupled in size. They grow incredibly fast. So I'm not exactly sure what to do with them. They are pretty fish, and they are free too. But once they get up certain, a little too big, I'm gonna have to take care of them. I used to have this tank named the Star Destroyer because of this giant Joshua Tree piece that I put in there. Which is kind of more like Alice in Wonderland now, because you look down this rabbit hole and it's kind of trippy. There's a way too overgrown, but I've had shots before that was much better. Golden Ram, always curious. Kind of wanted this to be a crypt forest right here, but it's not filling in as good as I want it to, but I can't really complain with how well the tank has been going. I'm sure it will soon. I trim this back. Hard to get a good shot of it. My favorite aquatic plants is the tiger lotus. It's been coming back nice, but I wish it would send up some tall shoots. I have one cichlid in here, and he is hiding back there. I have this bad oil. It's time to do a water change. Always have oil on the top of my tank, and I can't stop the front bed from growing ever, so that's always issue. Killfish always hanging out at the top. Some immersed plants, just grow them in these things under the light, but now I'm kind of running out of light. I only have a 3-foot light fixture over this, but it's been more than enough to make this thing explode. Four of these green tiger barbs in here. One of them I've had for about 3 to 4 years. He's really big back in there. He's kind of the leader of the pack. But I got him when he was just a little guy, and all his friends died off except for him, so he's just been going from tank to tank to tank, and now he's in here. I got him his own little school. See if I can't find them. Oh, there's my Angelicus catfish, braving the daylight. He's usually hidden all day, but I guess he's starting to get of good size. Can't wait to see him get big. He doesn't uproot my plants or anything, so far so good with him. One shrimp that I've always liked in every single one of my planted tanks is the Singapore shrimp, or the bamboo shrimp, whatever you want to call it. Great filter feeder, keep stuff clean, fish don't bug him. This one I got as an adult. Usually get him a little bit smaller, but he's pushing 4 inches, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, not quite sure. He's a fascinating creature to watch. Always been fascinated by the filter feeders. Somewhat of a more saltwater scene. He doesn't get bugged by any of the fish. If anything, he intimidates the other fish. He holds his own, so he's always one of my favorite shrimp, and I always recommend putting him in the planted tank. This one has a nice coloration too. Got some smarts about on here too. This easy filter feeding right there. Great little algae eater if they don't get eaten themselves. ghost shrimp. You can usually find them for pretty cheap. I never pay more than 40 cents for them. I usually get them for a quarter or a dime. Adults are usually pretty big, so the fish leave them alone. Actually, these are really nice looking ghost shrimp. I'm quite happy with these. I got a dozen yesterday just to add in here because they just help clean up. They're usually pretty shy, but these adults are not shy at all. In fact, and he's really actually quite beautiful. Not like your average ghost shrimp. But it's always cool to sit and watch them clean up the algae, clean themselves, do their thing. A little Tropica 49 back there. I pulled out quite a bit of it because there's no light for it to grow. But it actually seems to really like the low light. So I may put back the pieces that I took out. So it is one of my more favorite plants, but you don't really see it back there too often. Got a few of these little suckers in here. So far they haven't damaged my plants and they've been doing good on the algae. Stay small. One of my more favorite small algae eaters opposed to the Chinese. One last quick overview. Terrible reflection. Let's try and see past it. The FX5. The heart of the whole operation. Small California live oak that I rooted. Didn't think he was going to survive, but actually the roots started pulling out, and now it'll be my new bonsai as soon as it starts to grow. That's my cichlids. He's all alone. He needs a buddy. Pretty sure it's a male. A monster upon a Newton. 3 flowers it currently has, but none of them have opened up yet, so that'll be something cool to see later on. It's my setup, and there's my shrimp tank over there, but there's not really anything to see right there for now. And we got the Tegu sleep in too.